Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're looking at Polestar. The Q1 reports are in. The guidance have been changed. We've got huge updates in this video. So do remember to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment of course. And of course subscribe to our newsletter. There will be a link in our description below. Now the Swedish electric car brand Polestar Automotive, they've announced their results for the 3 months ending on March the 31st, 2023. In the first quarter, Polestar delivered over 12,076 cars. In doing so, they were generating up to $546 million in revenue, and that's driven primarily by the Polestar 2 sales, which are up 26% from a year ago, and this is on track to achieve strong commercial results in the second quarter. So ladies and gents, that's the good news thus far, but I can promise you, it's not all entirely good. Now, over the past 5 years, the company has grown rapidly, establishing a global footprint with over 100,000 cars in 27 different countries. Now, in order to address the popular SUV market, the company recently introduced 2 new models, the Polestar 3 SUV and the Polestar 4 SUV Coupe. And I'd like to just take the time to congratulate Polestar. All the cars in the lineup are all released. There's no more hidden secrets. For a long time, we had no idea what the Polestar 3 would look like. For a long time, we had no idea what the Polestar 4 would look like. Now we do. And it's absolutely beautiful. It looks something halfway in between the Polestar 3 and the Polestar 5. And I guess that makes a lot of sense. It's the Polestar 4. It makes perfect sense, of course. Although some people have brought up the fact that they thought the 4 should have been the 3 and the 3 should have been the 4. That's a story for another time, but there you go. It's beautiful. All of Polestar cars in a lineup, and it's absolutely amazing. Now, Polestar recently learned that more time is needed for the final software development of the all-electric platform shared with Volvo that is required, causing a shift in the start of production for the Polestar 3. That's from an earlier date, which was supposed to be Q4 of this year, 2023. It has now been moved to Q1, first quarter of 2024, next year. Now, despite these delays and uncertainty economic climate, Polestar still anticipate an annual growth between 16% to 36% for the 2023 global volume, reaching 60 to 70,000 vehicles. Previously, Polestar was expecting to deliver up to 80,000 vehicles. And I'd like to add, this was not the original target. Now, what I'm about to say could get a little bit confusing. You see, a couple of years ago, the target for this year, 2023, was over 100,000 vehicles to be delivered. And the target for last year, 2022, was for around 60 to 70,000 vehicles to be delivered. That's all changed. Earlier last year, Polestar announced that they had to reduce those numbers to around 50,000, and they delivered on that. Congratulations. This year, Polestar reduced those figures again from just around 100,000 to 80,000. However, Polestar didn't announce this as a reduction. They cleverly just announced that 80,000 was their annual projection. But we know from looking at previous documents, Polestar was expecting long-term to deliver up to 100,000 vehicles this year. Now, I'm not saying they haven't done well so far. They've done terrific thus far. But I'm just saying, originally it was supposed to be 100,000 for this year. Then it got reduced to 80,000. Now it's been reduced once again to 60 or 70,000, possibly around 65,000. And that's the uncertainty within our market. And with all of this being said, the share price absolutely tanked, and it was just starting to recover. The Polestar share price was only just starting to recover. Now, this all follows a record of 51,491 vehicles sold last year. The good news, on the other hand, is that the start of production for the Polestar 4 remain unchanged. The Polestar 4 SUV Coupe is on schedule. It is expected in China during the fourth quarter of 2023 and in other markets in early 2024. So that's terrific. We could be seeing the Polestar 4 in European markets as early as Q1 next year. So that's terrific. While the Polestar 3 will only start to be manufactured in Q1, maybe Q2 next year. So there's a major delay. Now, it's not just that. The Volvo EX90 has also been delayed. Why is this, you might ask? Well, they share the same platform. They share the same technology. They're almost identical. However, they look very different, at least externally. But you get the point. And I have no problem with Polestar sharing IP with Volvo. Volvo is their parent company. It's a smart thing to do. The Polestar 3 is there as a more sport utility vehicle that can seat up to 5 individuals. The Volvo EX90 is there as a compact, full-on SUV for family. It has extra rare seats in the back. It can sit up to 7 people, I believe. That's really incredible. It's a much bigger vehicle as well. So they build 2 different vehicles, same platform, for different types of purposes. By the way, this is an updated look on the Polestar's outline of all their vehicles. Polestar 4 starting price will be around $60,000 to $80,000, which means in pounds it could be around 50 to 52, 53,000 pounds starting price at least. And I've got to say, that's not too bad. And I really like the Polestar 4 as well. I'm liking that vehicle for a lot of obvious reasons. There's not a Polestar vehicle that I don't like. Seriously, I will buy them all if I could, especially the Polestar 1. Now it continues to say, with a 10% headcount reduction and global hiring freeze, Polestar is intensifying its focus on cost management, because I must say their operating losses is quite narrow. I've posted this as well so everyone can check it out for themselves. But if they're focusing on reducing their expenses, I actually see that as a good thing. Is it too early for Polestar to be thinking about profits? Yes, in my opinion. We're thinking long term. This brand is long-term focus. And I must say, if you don't trust in Volvo, you can't really trust in Polestar. However, I do trust in Volvo. They've been well known for delivering and making absolutely amazing vehicles all throughout decades. I see no reason why that would change now, especially with their management. They're doing the right thing, of course, but building electric vehicles, everything that comes with building electric vehicles, it's not easy. Not at all. So yes, Polestar will be at least firing 10% of their staffs. That's a lot. But it seems like every company is doing this to a certain extent right now. So it's no surprise, to be honest, especially for Polestar as a company who wants to save money and continue to develop. If they can get rid of a few staffs and save money, I think that's the right thing to do. It makes sense. Now, Thomas Ingerloth, Polestar CEO, he commented, and I quote, "We're taking necessary steps to strengthen Polestar in near term." It sounds like that's short term. So while production of the Polestar 3 will now start in the first quarter of 2024, the successful launch of the Polestar 4 last month means that we will add 2 strong offers in attractive SUV market in 2024. I'm confident that we will deliver on our growth ambitions and path towards profitability. That's interesting. It looks like they're focusing a lot more on profitability. And that's ironic because what I was just saying is that they don't really need to think about making a profit right now. But that's just my opinion. A lot of people will disagree with me because a lot of people want the stock price to go up right now. And I don't really want the stock price to go up right now. I want the stock price to stay as cheap as possible. I want Polestar to continue to focus on making the best vehicles possible. Branding is important. The best vehicles possible. High-end, luxury, rare vehicles, similar to Porsche. Build a brand that is strong. Porsche, they don't really sell that many cars compared to like Tesla or VW or crazy brands like Mercedes or BMW. But the cars that Porsche do sell, they sell them at a premium cost and they can make up the differences. And that's what I want from Polestar. For the time being, Polestar is still taking their time to rise up. I think Polestar should be thinking about profitability, possibly at least another 5 years before they think about profitability. I think they should think about breaking even, but I don't think they should be focusing too much on profit right now, especially when their main goal is to build 250,000 vehicles annually by 2025 or 2026. Next year is 2024. Year after that is 2025. Year after that is 2026. That's about 4.5 years to accomplish this incredible goal. Can they do this? With all this reduction in manufacturing, it makes me question everything. Can they actually accomplish this? This has been our long-term goal. And I think, what if they did focus more on just continuing to develop the best vehicles? They really have some incredible vehicles. You do not want to disappoint us with these vehicles or potential buyers. The brand will make money eventually. When we can sell 250,000 vehicles or 1,000,000 vehicles a year, we will make that money. But for a small brand like this to be thinking about profitability thus so early, yeah, I'd rather them focus just on building the best vehicles for now. I'm honestly not worried about profit. Amazon wasn't worried about profit for a long time. And that's because they wanted to focus on making the customers as happy as possible. I think that's the way to go. The money will come eventually if you make the best products. Porsche has proven that. Audi has proven that. Mercedes, BMW, they've all proven this. You make the best products, the money will come eventually. But hey, leave a comment and let me know if you agree with what I say or if you completely disagree with everything that I'm saying. But I did post some financial details on the revenue compared to 2022, 2023. I got all of this information from Polestar's website, by the way. So cost of sales was crazy. So this is revenue, $546,000 in 2023. That's cost of revenue. Cost of sales, the cost of sales, 527. That's a small difference. The amount it cost him to build the vehicles, bear in mind that this is all based on the Polestar 2, a vehicle that is not very profitable. The Polestar 3, the Polestar 5, the Polestar 4, the Polestar 6 will be way more profitable for this company because the margins will be a lot larger. The margins have to be low on the Polestar 2. So I just think that let's just wait. Instead of focusing on profitability right now, let's just wait until we get the Polestar 4, 5, and 6, and 3 on the road. Those have way better margins. Let's just build the best cars. 18,000. So you can see the difference within the numbers. You can read into it as much as you'd like. But I just gave my opinion. I've got some more information on this. But it's always good to read a company's financial data, especially if you're investing. Now, keep in mind, I did release some new wallpaper pack. Be sure to check it out. It is my free wallpaper packs, by the way. Beautiful wallpaper, by the way. I'm actually using them on my laptop right about now. Beautiful wallpapers that I created myself. There's a closer look. Hope you enjoy these wallpapers. They're free. Check them out. Subscribe to our newsletter. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you in our next video. Peace.